Well, hello, hello, and welcome back. This is my Home Chef High School. I just purchased the Home Chef and the high school packs. I think that's what they're called, kit, stuff pack, whatever they're called. Anyway, so I wanted to build something for y'all, and I wanted to get it out as soon as I could because I was so excited about doing it. Um, I will say the packs have some really, really cool stuff, and I'll show you that at the end before I do the walkthrough. But I was trying to build something somewhat small so that I could get through it a little quicker. And then about an hour later, I realized, oh gosh, I still haven't done the walkthrough or anything. This was just me building it. So did speed it up a little for you. I'm sure, hopefully, you don't mind. Um, it's not sped up too fast, but hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. It is what it is. And I'm sorry. I'm still working on editing and audio stuff, trying to get the right levels, I guess. But I was just had to play. I had to play. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, where do I want to put things? And I didn't know how some of the chairs fit with what tables. I realized it was a bar height table, so I needed the bar height chairs. And yeah, I just kept playing back and forth with a lot of that. It was really, I don't know how to say fun without saying fun. It was a lot of fun because I mean, I always have fun when I come across or purchase a new kit or a pack because it's new stuff. It's like opening a Christmas present or your toy when you're little and you just can't wait to play with it. So that is what I did. I could not wait to play. So I played and played. I knew that there was a lot of new things in the high school and the home chef that I was going to be excited about using. I just didn't know what kind of swatches there were because unless you watch somebody, another creator doing a video, you're not going to see all the swatches. You're just going to know, oh, there's a new couch, there's a new curtain, there's a new light. So, but I knew that there was going to be new things for me to play with. So when got into it and I was able to see all the swatches, I was kind of really excited and I wanted to use so much of it. And I did use quite a lot for me. Um, and again, you'll see that when we do the walkthrough. I had such a fun time. And honestly, putting the two together, the home chef and the high school stuff together, I think it worked out pretty well. The color combinations, I guess the level of color for each of them worked out pretty well, I think. There might be a few things that I was like, probably shouldn't have done, like these tables, probably shouldn't have used those tables, but they're just so fun and so cool looking. I was like, yeah, why not? And if you download it, you don't like the tables, just sell them. Get yourself some simoleons and buy yourself the tables you want. It's not a big deal. I had fun doing this, and hopefully you enjoy watching it. I have no idea, unless you leave me a comment, that is. But in any case, yeah, I went through this as quickly as I could, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that everything matched nicely and that it all coordinated really well. I did like the original nightstands that I put down, but realized that these actually, the top of the nightstands, match the top of the dresser and I believe match the bed cover. So I figured that would be a much better fit. And yeah, I kept jumping around from room to room to room. It's like, oh, wait, I thought about this. Let me do this next. And I think we all do that. But anyway, so here I'm trying to separate the dining room from the living room without it being too much of a division. And I really wanted to use the new columns. I think, or at least I felt like they worked really well with it. Um, Trying to find a spandrel that worked well with it is another story, but that's beside the point. So then I, went into first person view to see, okay, does this look right? Does this look right? And I did like it. Um, so I just kind of left it and I thought, you know what, if I don't like it in a minute, I'll go back and change it or whatever. And in trying to do the kitchen, I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do because I really do love those corner shelves, but it just I don't know. I've heard other creators say it too. It's like they're blocked off when they're in the corner, and putting it somewhere else just doesn't make sense. So I kind of went back and forth about it, and I kind of left them on the counter, and I really liked that idea, but I wasn't sure. So I figured, I'll leave it. I'll come back to it, see what I decide to do. So I thought, hey, let's just have a different cabinet. So we did the end cabinets. And then I remembered, oh shoot, I need a refrigerator. And then I wanted this tall pantry cabinet too. I was like, oh cripes, I can't do that. It just wasn't working out the way I had initially intended. And then I wanted a window for where the sink was going to go. And I was like, well, I'll just put the window on the side. That's why the cabinets are gone there. But then if I'm looking outside while I'm doing dishes, don't I want to look at my backyard? So I moved the cabinets again and put the sink there on that back wall of the house so that, you could look outside. Um, whether you use this build for small family or, you have kids or no kids, that's fine. I still prefer to look out to my backyard when I'm doing my dishes, even when my kid's not here, even though my kid's grown up. But I just, I don't know, I think it just gives more of a peaceful vibe when you're doing the adult things. Because adulting is not easy. So I'll take any win I could get. And then I was trying to figure out the bathroom, and I think the only new thing that I got was the sink, which I really like the sink. I think the sink went well for a small build for, let's say, a single sim or a couple, a newlywed couple or something. I figured it was well. And then I was trying to figure out what to do because I kind of wanted the spandrel to be the same color as the columns, but I couldn't find something that worked. And I think later I was trying to find the right color for the columns to be in white, but there is no true white that matches any of the true whites for the spandrels. So I found a spandrel that was close, and I thought, let's see what happens. And I think I kind of like it. I don't think it's too bad. And then, of course, trying to find the right doors, the right windows. I like these doors because they're really nice when you have to put a door in a corner because they're not quite the full tile. It's like just a hair smaller than a full tile. So it doesn't affect it quite as much, um, which is really, really nice. So I went with those doors. I figured that was a nice addition, I guess. And I felt like it worked really well. Then all of a sudden I realized, oh shoot, I haven't done the roof. I have not done the roof, which at this point, if I had to redo the house, I was really going to be upset. So, like, oh God, please let this roof work. And honestly, I don't think the roof came out too bad. I kind of like the way it ended up looking. I think it looks nice. I think it works. Um, and it's all lined up perfectly. So yeah, I don't think it looked bad. I was very happy about that. I did not want to have to redo anything that I had already done. But then I realized that I needed to have, or I didn't need, but I wanted to put a porch out front with the foundation, meaning I was going to need stairs. So it's like, shoot, I need to push this back, but I don't think I only pushed it back like one square. Um, because anything more than that, you're not going to have any kind of backyard. And I didn't think anybody would appreciate that. Um, and I do like to use the overhang on all the roofs. So I had to adjust a little bit. I had to adjust the porch. And when I adjusted the porch, I had to adjust the door, which still worked out fairly well. It was a tight squeeze with the half wall as soon as you walk in, but I still think it worked out. And then trying to figure out the siding or the color of the house on the outside honestly didn't take me as long as I thought. Because, like I said, I was trying to work with the new stuff. So I had it in my head, I'm only going to use the new stuff. So, well, within reason, of course. So that's what I did. And yeah, it's your typical brick, but I don't think it looks bad. But the windows was a little bit more difficult because I was really determined to use some new windows and I could not figure out which ones I really wanted. Wasn't sure if I was going to like these or not because I believe these are the high school windows. I'm like, ugh, okay. So I figured I'll put them up. I'll do the landscaping and everything, do the decor around the house, and we'll see how it goes. Turns out, by the end of it, I actually liked it. So I kept it. And what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I put down some new stairs. The railing was kind of neat too. I like the railing, metal railing. I like metal railings. I really do. So it kind of worked with the windows. I think it really worked. I think the exterior of the house doesn't really quite do the interior of the house justice, but you'll soon find that out once I do the walkthrough, which will be later in the video. So make sure you stay tuned. Um, so I wanted to also put a roof over the porch or over the back patio. So I was like, okay, I'll just use the same roof up front and hopefully it works. And it did. Imagine that even with the overhang, it worked great. And I was so, so happy about that. I don't know what I would have done if it didn't work. Um, it seems like lately I've been getting very lucky in my roofing. I don't know if it's, my technique or if it's just plain dumb luck. I'm going to go with dumb luck. Um, and then the foundation, I just wanted something simple. I didn't want anything too obtrusive or something that stood out too much. Something that kind of went with the brick, and I think I found it. I mean, you might think different. Of course, everybody has their own taste, but I think it looks okay. I think it looks nice. Um, and then of course, what am I working on here? Oh, the chimney. I could not find, I didn't know what to do for a chimney. There was new roof pieces, but it wasn't a chimney. It was just a decorative piece. So I ended up staying with this one, and I think it worked out really nice. Changed the color to kind of sort of come close to what the foundation color was, and being that they're not right up next to each other, you're really not going to see that big of a difference in the color variation. Variation, that was the word I was looking for earlier. So anyway, and I think then I changed the tile, roof tile. I didn't know what to go with. And then the more I was looking at the house, I realized that's a lot of brick. That is a lot of brick. And I didn't like the original siding that I put up there, so I went back and forth, and the lighting in this world is, yeah, as you can tell, um, it's a little funky. So the original siding that I put on there was actually a light brown, but it looked like a light green, which was not what I wanted. And I know that it all depends on what world and what time of day it is. But in all honesty, and I've heard other streamers say it too, you're not going to see the exterior of the house for very much. You're going to see the interior more so than anything. But I still want the outside to look nice because, well, it's supposed to look nice. That's what the inside of houses are for, right? Um, so here is where I decided to bring the platform sink. I decided to sink the living room down one, and when I kept looking at it, I was like, I need to sink the kitchen down too. So I did, sunk it down too, and I think it worked out. I wasn't sure how it would end up looking, but I think it worked out. Now, these new floor tiles, I was so excited to use, but I didn't know how to make them flip around. So I struggled with that for a little bit, deleted the floor by accident, put it back. Um, so I think I stopped recording for a minute until I could figure out how to do it. And then when I came back, I think it was done. So I couldn't figure it out. Well, it turns out you're supposed to hit the period key on your keyboard. That's how you change, that's how you rotate the tile. Gee, just like you rotate tile flooring, that's anything else, like your wood planks and everything else. The little dot will rotate the tile. But for some reason, I couldn't remember that. For some reason, I had no idea how to rotate it. So, yeah, I felt like a dummy at this point. But I did figure it out. I was like, oh, wait, that's how you do it. Because guess what I did? I read the description of the tile, and it says so in the description on how to rotate. So, like a dummy, I didn't do that. So, yeah, when they say read the instructions all the way through, do that. But I decided to put a little design in the middle because I was like, oh, I figured out how to do it. So now I'm going to do something cool. So, so I did. Um, and then of course the wallpaper, I wanted to find something that was fun and cute, but I wanted something that would fit with the rest of the house. And as much as I liked that tile on the wall, I was like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And then I saw this one and I was like, that's perfect. That's it. That's it. That is the wall. So I stuck with that one. I still love it. I love the combination because there's a little bit of yellow in the trim of that flooring and it just worked out wonderfully. And this one, yeah, there was no question I wanted to use that. Um, and then to find a, because I was like, well, I don't want too much pink or too much yellow. So I wanted to do the brown on the rest of the walls. And with the rest of the furniture and decor that I put in there, I think the brown worked out perfectly. Um, I think any other color would have just been way too much. And the rug, although I'm not 100% sold on, it works. It works. I mean, it's all part of the same pack, so you would think it works. But it works. And I loved this. I loved this rug, but it was too small. And I couldn't embiggen it enough or overlap it in a way that it would work. So I figured I'll just use them for the front and back doors. So I was trying to find a rug that would work. Excuse me. And the rug I picked was was a rug, all right. I think it's a cool rug. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure it was the best choice. But here I was starting to realize that the blue couch on the left is on the blue thing, and the pink couches are on the pink thing. So I was like, I was thought about switching them, and then I was like, no, let's just take the one away. Let's just take one away so that it works out great. And excuse me, and I think it did. And then here I'm trying to, get a desk in there because everybody needs a desk with a computer, right? So that's what I did. And I got a bookcase in there. And then I remembered the computers were new and they were big and they were cool. So you'll see the computer I picked here in a minute. Um, but I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the computer. And then here's what I'm doing the entryway table because I wanted something that was an entry table, but I also wanted to use the pack. So I just kind of layered them a little bit. I think it worked out all right. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And so then I started to throw in a few plants and everything. And here in a minute, I'm pretty sure I cut recording and come back after everything is done. So we'll see where that comes up here in a minute. But um, yeah, I did have to go back and finish the walls in some of the rooms. So I did. It didn't take me too long to choose this wallpaper. I figured it's a neutral color. There's a lot of color going on. I don't want to add too much to it. So I think it worked out. Excuse me. What else did I do here? Oh yeah, I was looking for wall art and wall decor just to have something up there because yeah, I needed something up there. I just couldn't figure out what. And I wasn't really loving the new stuff for this build. For other builds in the future, I think will be great. But for this particular build, I just didn't see how it was going to work. So I can't remember what I put up there. I think I did that when I was decorating and I finally figured it out, but I threw in some of the new items in the kitchen. And again, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this stupid wall. Eventually I figured it out and I think it looks kind of cute, but you'll be the judge. Um, what I think, is what I think. That's all there's to it. So I just kind of kept going through room to room and back and forth and hopping and I hate when I do that, but it is what it is. And I really wanted to use the new trash can, but I was like, I really want the money trash can. I love the money trash can. And the curtains. Oh my God, the curtains. The curtains. The curtains are amazing. So I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use because I liked them all and they all worked. So I finally decided on those. And then I had to decide for the bedroom which ones. I was like, it's got to be something frilly and floral and lacy. And it worked. I found it. But the kitchen was a little different. So the kitchen window covers are just a snack bit different. But I think what I ended up doing worked out okay. I don't think it's bad. I think it matches well with the kitchen colors. It's not the best choice, but I also don't think it's the worst choice. And then of course comes the bathroom. I realized, oh, that window's gotta go. Um, so of course, finding the mirror for the bathroom. The mirror choices that they have in with the two packs that I got are great. But then I realized, oh, I forgot the shower curtain. So I think I used one of the new curtains for the shower curtain. Yes, I did. I did. And I love it. I love how it turned out. I think it just looks so cool. I love it. I can't say that enough. This pack, it just made me smile so big because it's so cool. The stuff in it, the color variations. It's just, it's a really great pack for me. Now, you might not like it so much, but I love it. I think it's fantastic. And I see myself using it quite a bit. And of course, I'm angling the chairs because I cannot stand those accent chairs to be straight. They have to be angled in my eyes. It just, nothing else will work for me. Um, Having it be straight just doesn't work. And that's a little chess table. Well, one of the new ones. I was like, oh, I'll use that with the new chairs. So I did. Um, I don't know how many people play chess outside on their patio, but it's covered. So yeah, should be okay. And I kind of wish that there was a patio set that was new, but I guess for the kind of packs that they were, you're not gonna have that. So it's fine. It still works out. I think it still looks cute. It's just your typical cast iron or wrought iron patio bistro set of sorts. So I was like, yeah, that'll work. And of course, you have to have, or you want to have cabinets outside with your grill if the grill doesn't have a place to put the food. Otherwise, the food ends up on the floor, which is not somewhere you'll want to put food. And then up front, I had forgotten about the two new chairs, or two of the chairs. No, not two of, one of the new chairs. I had forgotten about it. So I was like, oh, well, we'll just use the sofa. And I was like, no, I don't really like that sofa. I don't like it so much. And then when I went back through and I looked at chairs, because I almost decided to stick with these. And because I was like, oh, well, they're green, they're outdoor chairs. And then I went to dining chairs or living room chairs, I think. And it changed it completely because these are so cute. They are so perfect. They go completely perfectly with the whole rest of the aesthetic of the house. And I think it is fan freaking tastic. Of course, getting the plank to put where I wanted wasn't quite working because of the foundation variation in height. So I was like, yeah, forget it. Or platform. So I was like, forget it. It'll just stay there. It's good enough. It's on the table. That's all that matters. And then I realized I couldn't use the same, um, what are those called? Not poles, but I realized I couldn't use those that I used inside outside as well. It just didn't work. So I just used the little small square ones outside. And I think it worked out fairly well. Um, so for this build, I actually used a couple of packs that I just got. Not packs, I think one's an expansion and the other one's a stuff pack. Anyway, one of them is Home Chef Hustle, which is this one. I love these cabinets. I think they're fantastic. You got the shelves, you've got the food stand, food items or food prep items for the kitchen, the scale, some really cool hanging shelves. This refrigerator is just amazing. I love this fridge. I think it's so much fun. What is that? The waffle maker, the pizza oven, which from what I understand, those can't, if you've got university, those two will be able to go into a dorm room. Um, the dishwasher, and the stand mixer. The other pack I used was high school years. And this one has some really cool stuff. I mean, check these out, man. These are so cool. Love this bed, by the way. This bed is so pretty as well. We've got some new chairs. This hammock thing is neat. This chair is so cute for a porch. I love it. Another bar chair for a table. Some more sofas, a couple more small tables, coffee tables. I mean, there's some really, really neat stuff in this pack. I mean, it all depends on your build style. I just barely got started in this with these packs, or kits. It's going to take me a while before I can get through all of them, but I'm excited to get through all of it. Some of the wall stuff is kind of neither here nor there for me, but the rest of it, the curtains, I'm so excited about the curtains. I love it. I love it. And I did use quite a bit of these things. They all still have stars. I don't know why, because I've used a lot of them already, but that's whatever. It's fine. It'll still help. It'll help me be like, oh, I haven't used that item yet, so let's use it. But the ceiling lights, this is so pretty. These computers are amazing. Got a new gramophone. Well, it's not really a gramophone. It's kind of, but anyway. All the high school stuff. This dresser is so pretty. Bookshelves, wardrobe closets, clothing, things like that. This is so freaking cool. So let me show you what I did with this stuff. Well, hello and welcome back. You were gone for about a millisecond. I was gone for about an hour. So anyway, I was working on the landscaping and the interior decor. As you can see, there's several bits of landscaping throughout. We got the patio out back, got a grill area, telescope, all that wonderful stuff. So let's go inside and see what I did. So here we have the porch. We got those beautiful little porch chairs, a table with a plant. Got a little welcome mat. Walk in the door. You immediately see the dining room, but it's so pretty the way it's laid out. I love these packs. So I did a little decor. This is clipping into itself, but yeah, I wanted an entry table and I wanted to make sure that it was the packs. So this is the living room. Kind of pastel-y, kind of colorful. I really like it. TV, fireplace, all that wonderful stuff. These lights are so cool. I am not a pink girl, but my goodness, do I love decorating with the pretty pink stuff. This is the bathroom, which I think turned out pretty nice. It's probably one of my favorite bathrooms, to be fair. And then there's the shower curtain, the light door, all of that beautiful stuff. I love these columns. And the spandrels, I don't know why they look weird, but whatever. Dining table is bar height, which I like. Here's the kitchen. I kind of like it too. I love these cabinets. Oop, I gotta drop that down just a little bit. Oh, I know why. The platform. I did a platform. That's why it's weird. Okay, I'll fix it. But there we have your little area where you prep all your food. You got some shelves that are a little too high. Yes, the blinds are behind the cabinets, but whatever. You got your dishwasher, the sink, stove, all that. I love this kitchen set. Oh, and look! It's the fork and spoon! Gotta have that. Go over here. They're not quite done moving in, so they still have a few boxes to go through, but you do have a lovely mirror to check yourself in. You have the partition with the pictures, postcards, what have you. You go in through this door, and I love this room. I absolutely love this room. It is so cute, so girly, so pink, so frickin' pretty. I love it. I did size down a few things so that they would fit nicely.
I would say this house belongs to a very young adult who possibly just graduated high school or maybe even just graduated college. And she's still a girly girl in every sense of the word. She still loves her toys and whatnot. And she's happy about it and does not apologize. So here we go out onto the patio. Got a little chess table there. We got some stairs that go down. The climbing trellis, although there's no window to sneak out of, but you know, it's there. The grill, the deck. And then we've got some landscaping, flowers, or terrain painted flowers, and the trees. I think this turned out so good, and I'm so proud of myself. I love it. The exterior of this house does not do it justice, but I think the combination of these two packs, in my opinion, and I could be very, very wrong, I think the combination of these two packs worked really well. If you guys decide to download this and use it for your own gameplay, do leave a comment below. Let me know how it worked out. Leave other comments, questions, and suggestions as well. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, y'all have fun.